What's up, YouTube? AJ Simmons checking in, and I'm waiting for y'all to come in and check in with me. I'm gonna talk about how to structure your business today. I hear a lot of people asking me this question, and it's a question that I had a long time, and it took me a while to figure it out. Okay, unorganized business after unorganized business until I finally started to get the hang of it. I'm probably still missing something, you know what I mean? But I guess I got it under control. I ain't got in trouble with the IRS yet. I ain't got in trouble with the state or anything yet. So I must be doing okay, I guess. So I'm gonna jump into, how to structure your business as far as the finances go. Um, I already did a video about how to pay yourself from a single member LLC, or from an LLC in general. So if you want, you can search AJ Simmons and check that video out. But I'm basically gonna kind of warm up with that anyway. So I think most of y'all that own a business, you probably started off with an LLC. So if you did start off with an LLC, just go ahead and hit that first. That's the easy thing. If you did start off with an LLC and you do the sole proprietorship and you just got a fictitious name, the way that you pay yourself is simply just take some money. Okay, you just take, because you are the business. Okay, so there's no really specific way. You still can have a bank account with a fictitious name and a solo and a sole proprietorship, but there's no specific way to pay yourself because you and your business are one and the same. Now, if you got an LLC, which most people probably do, so if you're the only member or the only owner of the business, then that means that you and the business are still taxed as one and the same. Even though the LLC make you two separate entities, the way that the IRS looks at you, you guys are the same. Okay, so that's why they call it a pass-through entity, because the taxes are passed through the business to the individual that owns it. Okay, so how you will pay yourself when you get paid is simple. Okay, all you got to do is what they call a owner draw. Okay, you just do an owner draw, and what that means is you just take money out of the bank account, the business bank account, and transfer it over to you, or you can write a check to yourself on the business bank account. Okay, now how much should you pay yourself? Well, it depends on how much you're making, okay, and how much you need. So in the very beginning, let's just say you got one customer, and let's just say it's like $1,000 a month. Okay, turn some AC on in here. You got one customer pay you $1,000 a month. Okay, well, if you don't have any employees and you cleaning that one building by yourself, well, after you pay any business related expenses, all of that profit, you can pay yourself the whole thing. Okay. Now, hopefully, if you got one business, one account, and it pays you $1,000 a month, hopefully you have another source of income that you can live off, and you don't have to touch the $1,000. So then, in that case, what you would do is this AC. In that case, what you would do is number one, obviously, you have somebody hired and working it for you, and then what you can do is, okay, you pay out, let's just say 1,000 out of that 1,500 go to your employees. Okay, then you got $500 left. So what should you do with that 500? Well, you keep it in the bank and stack it. That's what I would do. Okay, I would keep it in the bank and I would stack it. You stack it for reserves, cash reserves, so that way you always got more money in the bank saved up in case for your employee payroll. You also got money in the bank for supplies. You also got money in the bank for taxes, but you shouldn't have to worry about taxes that first year unless you just have dramatic growth. Put it this way, you typically shouldn't have to worry about taxes as an entrepreneur until you get to the point where you're actually paying yourself an actual salary of at least $50,000 a year or more. Usually anything below that, and especially if you got kids to write off, because the kids will help you with your taxes if you're a single member LLC. Well, really any, regardless, but the kids will definitely help you save some money on taxes. Okay, so but how you structure it is really up to you. Okay, so some people like to put up some like, I guess, like basically you're trying to figure out how much you pay yourself, but it all depends on what you want to do, like how much your business expenses are. So that's why I say always keep your personal expenses low as possible, period, so you can pay yourself as little as possible and stack more money in the bank. And then when you got money in the bank, you can grow. Okay, you can buy advertisement. You can pay for you can order, like, little small necessities like more shirts for your cleaners, or even for yourself, logo shirts. You can order things like a car door magnet to put on your side of your car if you want to do that, or you can pay for a nice professional website. All the different things that you're going to have to do for your business that you need funds to do. Okay, so that way your business should have money. Bottom line is your business should always keep money, and you should always pay the business, and then you should always pay yourself as well. Okay, if you want to pay yourself, you don't have to pay yourself in the beginning, all right? But the amount that you put to the business and the amount that you put towards yourself is really up to you. Okay. But as far as taxes go, I would recommend definitely talking to a CPA. Typically, if you talk to an attorney or a CPA, that initial consultation is usually free, okay? So don't be scared to call up a professional on that area, okay, and talk to them just to figure out what's the best way to structure your business, all right? But one thing that I recommend is put as much money in, and also in the very beginning, at first I used to have like 2 or 3 different business bank accounts, okay? Because the very first bank I had when I was young, they told me to have one for taxes and one for checking, just to, do stuff. And they also told me that actually, so I had 3. It was one for savings, and they said that could be my tax account. One for like my regular business everyday checking account that had a debit card attached to it, so I can buy stuff with it. And there was a second checking account, which was for payroll. And the reason why they had me have that second account, checking account for payroll, was because the reason why they had me have that second checking account for payroll was because they wanted me to use that. Because when you pay a payroll check, it has your account number and stuff on it. So they were saying how like you don't really want everybody having the account number of the checking account that has all your money in it. Okay, so that's why they told me to have 3 accounts. But I ain't gonna lie. As I started opening more businesses and started doing more revenue in business, it was easier for me to just manage with one bank account in the beginning, okay? Then as you get bigger and as you started getting more cash reserves, then you can go get your savings account or a money market account, whatever your bank offers, and keep all your reserves for the business account in that account. But in the very beginning, I would just say get one business checking account and stack that money up to the ceiling as much as you can, okay? Because I told y'all my new rule in my last video, the 10 tips for being a good boss, or something like that, whatever the title was. You want to try to keep a year's worth of salary, okay? Because just like these times that we in right now, like you see a lot of these people, they laying workers off, and it's probably because they don't have a year's worth of salary in there. And that's why it's important to keep your personal finance advice separate from your business finance advice, okay? Because you got guys like Grant Cardone. My AC is not working apparently, but you got guys like Grant Cardone who's telling us that cash is trash. But no, cash is power, okay? Because cash, if you got enough reserves in the bank, you don't got to lay people off as soon as they announce that they shutting the country down. You know what I mean? And he had to do that. So it's like apparently he didn't have the cash, because he always said that he don't keep cash. He always reinvest. And while I do believe in reinvesting, I also see the importance now of making sure that you keep as much cash reserve as possible, because you don't want to have to lay people off every time something goes wrong. You know what I mean? Like, these people depend on you. You know what I mean? And that's why it's important that you keep as much cash as possible, and you can move the way that you want to move. You know what I mean? Like, if you got cash in the bank, you don't always got to worry and overthink about things. You know what I mean? That's why I had a good year in 2019, because I kept cash in the bank. I didn't have to think when we wanted to run a new ad, or when I wanted to pay for a promotional video for one of my sites, or because I wanted to, do all these different types of things. You know what I mean? It makes you that much more, able. You know what I mean? To do things. You know what I mean? Like, you got more power when you got cash in the bank. So that's one thing I recommend. Just stack as much as you can before you start to do anything. Don't look to invest anything, and don't look to don't look at it as if it's your money in that business bank account. Whatever your monthly expenses are, multiply that times 12 and try to get that in the bank. You know what I mean? That's what I say. So if your monthly expenses is $1,000, try to have 12 grand in the bank. Just keep stacking until you get it in the bank. Then you're above zero. Everything you make after that is money. Okay, so that's what I recommend. Because in personal finance, they tell you keep 6 months worth of expenses in the bank for your personal. You know what I mean? But I say keep 12 now. You know what I mean? I can't remember who I got it from. It was Bill Gates or Steve Jobs, but I think that's huge, okay? Because you can move so much freely when you got that money in the bank. But that's what I got for y'all. If y'all got any questions, I'll wait for a second to see if y'all got any. I'm gonna roll my window up. Roll my window up on that side so you ain't gotta hear that. But if y'all got any questions, shoot them in. Otherwise, I'm about to hop off, man. But if you think about starting your cleaning business, growing your cleaning business, make sure you check out cleanbiznetwork.com. Y'all already know what it is. You know what I mean? I tell y'all every time, but I gotta let you know for the new people that's coming on this video. All right, we got leads, we got starter kits, everything that you could think of. Oh, and check out our vision app too. Calculated Clean. Look on Calculated Clean on your iPhone or your Android app. All types of stuff up there. But that's what I got for y'all. Talk to y'all later. I'm AJ Simmons.